Hey friends, it's Mark Holmes here. Joe Boo's actually over there at his locker and stuff. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and commenting to the Joe Boo Report. Tonight, you're my guinea pigs. I'm trying out some different equipment and trying out some different things. So what I have is, I actually have my phone on a selfie stick, but the problem with using your phone as a camera and stuff is the sound quality. So I actually have a wireless microphone that actually is here, and the transmitter's in my pocket, and the receiver is actually mounted to the back of the selfie stick and plugged into the phone. So I'm hoping that the sound quality is good, and I'm hoping that when I move that you guys don't get dizzy. So I'm going to walk around my man cave and show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, I know, you see that kind of stuff up there. My wife's birthday was Monday, so we did a whole spa thing for her down here, and haven't gotten all the Christmas decorations down, so, don't worry about that. So, as we go through here, I'm hoping you don't get dizzy, and here's some of the great giving back event we had with United Way in New Orleans to kick off the season. We got to work with all kinds of NFL players and Hall of Famers and help some people get back in their homes. Over here I have actually a piece of the old stadium, some of the signage that's outside of the old stadium. I actually still have a few more pieces of this left. I may end up making them in a nice little frame and something and do some giveaways with a piece of that history. And then over here, this is a Hall of Fame, memento cabinet I have. This is where I keep a lot of my really stuff that I really like keeping and things. There's some Hall of Famer stuff that's autographed in there and so on. And I thought, Joe Boo needs a Hall of Fame, and since this is a hallway, we ended up putting up all kinds of Joe Boo stuff that's in here. Unfortunately, I need a bigger hall because I've got a lot of stuff for him. But as you can see, he's been around quite a bit. So far, how's it look, guys? Are you getting dizzy from this effect? Should I stand still, or is it okay moving? Okay, so over here on this wall, it's actually got magnetic paint. I used to do some stuff with the team logos and things so I could move them around and put them wherever. It just never took off too much. But over here, this is probably one of my favorite pieces, of course. Roger Staubach throwback autographed jersey, and of course Joe Boo's when he met Roger Staubach. So that's kind of like my showpiece. That's why it's got its own light up here and its own case. And then here, hopefully I'm not getting you dizzy, it's actually my bar. Forgive the mess, I'm kind of cleaning up and reorganizing. TV over the bar, I usually have Red Zone on. Some of my cowboy glasses and different glasses from different events and stuff. And you'll notice I'll have some glasses from other teams. It's because I have the whole NFC East, and some of my best friends, I have a glass for each of them so that way they feel at home. In fact, actually, these lace shelves that you see are actually something I make, and I think they're completely unique, and I've had a few people ask me about making them, and I may end up start making those again and doing something with them, and I have this special attachment thing that's really cool that it's easy to stick them on the wall. So over here is Joe Boo's locker. We got hot sauce, of course, for Cole Beasley. We've got his autographed jerseys, and of course Joe Boo's got his own rum locker and his jersey. And of course we have Joe Boo, and this is my setup, the webcam and notes I put on the board and extra lighting. And then over here I've got some players that I've worked with and stuff, their autograph hats and their pictures. So don't think I'm a bandwagon fan. It's just I'm a fan of guys that do a lot of good things in the community. Now, over here, you Eagles fans may not recognize this stuff, but these are actually Super Bowl seat cushions. See, when you go to the Super Bowl, they actually used to give you a seat cushion. So just letting you know, just public service announcement. Some players that we've done work with, John Vilma and Roy Williams, Troy Polamalu and stuff. Tony Dungy up there. Of course, my man right there, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith. Oh, and Troy Aikman. And then I've got some more hats and some more just other collectibles and things, pictures of me and some players and stuff. If you go to AT&T Stadium, if you go smack dab in the middle of the Tom Landry section, you will see this stone, and it's actually, like I said, smack dab in the middle of it, and that's the players' entrance. So the players actually walk on that stone going into the stadium. I also have a second stone at the stadium that's actually in the Danny White section. So that's a pretty good look of it. There's some good old thong cowboy panties up in there. We won't talk about those. And just some more pictures and memorabilia and stuff on there. So my question to you guys is, how well does the camera work? You like this effect, or is moving around just too much? Should I just do it as interviews, so talk to somebody with a regular microphone, or just give me your thoughts and so on, because I want to make sure that when I get to the Super Bowl, that it's a great experience and that it's like you guys are there. As always, I'm Mark Holmes. Joe Boo is over there at his locker, and I want to thank you for watching and subscribing to the Joe Boo Report. And I'll see you tonight on the live stream at 9.